All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio right here on Opera, and today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento. Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we've got a lovely lady in here we ran into at multiple networking events. I think it was the Powerhouse Pub event that you were like, okay, I'm finally ready. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that was the event. So Melanie De Marco, did I say that correctly?
You did.
And the BPE Law Group, and you are a business and real estate attorney. And we're going to be learning more about what you guys do, because we just had Keaton on. So he has one dimension, you're going to have the other dimension.
Yeah, exactly. We're sort of two sides of the same coin, so hopefully it's a good perspective.
Is he the good guy or the bad guy?
He's the bad guy for sure.
And you're the good guy?
Absolutely.
Holy smokes.
My clients like me. I get thank you baskets. It's great. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's actually hilarious because my best friend, we have a business together, and so we have a recording studio, and so he is definitely the good guy, and so I'm the bad guy.
So you're the bad guy.
And so whenever I have a client that I'm like, all right, I'm done, I just have Matt handle it, and then Frank is my yin to my yang with this. And and so Frank is always like, you need to be more diplomatic. You need to be nicer. And I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm definitely not the diplomatic one. But just the nature of my job, my clients are happier to hire me in the first place.
Oh, my God. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. So who is Melanie De Marco?
Big question.
Loaded.
Yeah,
right?
Certainly. In general, I mean, The obvious answer, I guess I'm here. You've introduced me as a lawyer. I'm a business and a real estate lawyer, but I really like to think of myself as someone who, in general, is pretty business positive. I love to support small businesses, and
you're going to a lot of networking events.
Yeah,
you're meeting. When did you start doing this? And essentially, what was it that was the caveat? You were like, okay, I have to do this.
I started as a lawyer not doing this, and I shifted to my current role about 5 years ago, and sort of realized that my best value add is in sort of the outreach and helping my firm certainly, and myself build a book of business, and in turn being a person who can help small businesses understand what they can get out of hiring a lawyer, in particular, a corporate lawyer.
So you've got companies coming to you that are, is it that they're struggling or they're worried about something happening and you're coming in as an advisor, or are you coming in essentially as a cleanup person when something goes haywire? Right.
So I'm usually on the more proactive side. So I love when companies come to me to hire me as corporate counsel for good reasons. Either they're, acquiring another business or acquiring people, hiring people, growing, and now they need corporate legal support that, maybe they don't have the time or the skills or whatever for. I like to say that I market myself as sort of someone's background team, so that whatever their business is, they can go do that thing, right? Their job is not to understand every law and everything that they need to do, right? If you're a blinds guy, right, you understand blinds.
Yes.
I understand the law. So I am that background level person that can sort of stand behind you and give you the legal support while you go out and do things that you need to do.
Who are you outside of the legal business? I mean, are you a car guy? Are you a sports guy? Like, where are you at?
Yeah, definitely a big sports guy.
Okay.
I do love my sports.
What's your sport?
Baseball is my favorite sport.
Keaton's soccer. He says he's not a baseball fan.
Yeah, I'm the baseball fan for sure.
What's your team?
The A's, and it's tough right now.
I'm a Rockies fan.
We're winning, so that's great.
I'm a Rockies fan, so it's always been tough. It's been tough since day one.
Yeah. But that's tough from a baseball perspective. It's tough right now. The A's are doing great, but
they're going to go bye-bye here in a couple of years.
Yeah,
we are going to be getting,
struggles.
I think we're going to end up getting a new team. Here in Sacramento. They just bought that land across the street from the stadium.
They put in a bid, but so did Nashville and somewhere else too.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. They've obviously proven that we can handle a team. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Is attendance up?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I have season tickets there. I'm there, and it's certainly more crowded this year than last year. Easier when you're winning more games.
yes,
Certainly. So.
absolutely. Why are you so passionate about this space?
Not baseball.
Not baseball.
That's the obvious answer. But no, I'm passionate about what I do because I think it's a way for me to apply my skill set to help businesses in a way that, maybe I wouldn't be able to do myself.
As small business owner, we don't know what we don't know. And
Right.
so, it's when we call people like you to come in and we ask these tough questions. And I know you're nervous as hell because this is completely new to you, I'm assuming. It's okay.
The podcasting.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
If what's funny is I've seen you in public and I've seen you speak and I know you know your business extremely well. But what I love about this space right here is this is breaking you out of your shell. And
Yeah.
so in 6 months, we bring you back and it'll be a little bit more comfortable. In 6 months, we bring you back, it'll be a little bit more comfortable. But this is how we grow. This is how we excel.
Well, and to your point, right? You're the podcast guy, so you're
Correct.
always going to be the comfortable
Correct.
one doing this. This is
Not on
what
that side of
you
the
know.
mic. Not on that
right?
side of the
Oh
mic.
no.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. You honestly, I'm completely brain dead on that side. I can't do it.
You get in the routine, certainly, of doing what you do.
I don't know.
Being on that side of the mic
on this
as well,
side of the mic all day long. I don't know how these people take my questions and answer questions. I don't know how the hell you guys do it on that side.
It's interesting. So both of my, parents are entrepreneurs. So I grew up, watching them run businesses, and it's not something that I necessarily wanted to do, but I do.
You have the passion for that space.
Correct. Yeah. I respect people who can do it. And I feel like this is my way to kind of contribute to that.
What do they do?
My mom is a real estate broker. She owns a couple Century 21 brokerages.
Okay.
And my dad is an installation contractor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Local here?
Calaveras County.
De Marco. Same De Marco?
Not the same De Marco that's up in here.
Because there's a De Marco
There is.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get that actually a lot.
Okay. I'm sitting here. I'm like, hold on a minute. Do I know this?
Especially being in the real estate space, I
Yeah.
actually get that question a lot.
Now, what got you into this business? I mean, you just woke up one day and it's like, I'm going to go to law school? Or were you always a bookworm?
No, not a bookworm. Not a bookworm at all. I don't love school. Not particularly great at kind of traditional school. I was in college and I was
You're like, I'm a rock and roller.
I don't want to do homework. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it is the bigger problem. So yeah, I was in college and I was looking at kind of jobs I would want to have eventually. And a lot of them said JD preferred. And I was like, well, I know I won't go back to law school, so I might as well go now.
Yeah.
And so the next, all of a sudden I was going to law school, and it sort of just, I don't want to say it just happened. Obviously I put in the work and got myself there, but it was one of those situations that I didn't necessarily foresee. I graduated in 2017 from law school.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've been doing this. This is great. No. And so, but again, was it one of those things where you're like, I want to do this? Or was this one of those things where you're like, this just seems really interesting?
Honestly, neither. I was looking at the jobs I wanted to do, or that I thought I wanted to do.
Which was what?
At the time, I was studying the music business, actually.
That's where my career started.
Yeah. And I went, I wanted to work in sports or entertainment. And so I was looking at sort of the people who are a few levels above, the entry level jobs that I would have been applying for out of college. And I realized a lot of them have law degrees, even if they're not lawyers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily that I always thought I want to be a lawyer. In fact, I really never thought that, even barely during law school did I really think that. I went to law school because the people whose jobs I wanted eventually had law degrees. And so I wanted to set myself up for success that way.
Have you thought about doing entertainment law?
Oh, yeah. And in law school,
we're in the right space for that. LA is only a few hours from here, and you could, I mean, dude, I've met some amazing entertainment lawyers over the years. I mean, just incredible. And
Yeah.
the journey is just awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And I do love it. And I enjoyed what I did during law school. I was more in the entertainment space and briefly in sports. But I, wanted to live up here. And so I moved up here and wanted to figure out how to make that work, and realized sort of as I was doing other things that I get a lot of value out of sort of what I'm doing now.
You're Calaveras County?
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's southeast of here. It's about 45 minutes east of Stockton.
Okay.
So just out in the middle of kind of nowhere.
Is that like Oakdale and all that stuff?
Sort of. It's in between here and Oakdale.
Okay.
In between there's a bunch of nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
People know like Murphy's. People go to Murphy's to go
Okay.
to like wineries.
Yeah, no,
Murphy's is in Calaveras.
when my career started, my music career started. Where the heck was I? I was. Good Lord, where did I find that contact? Anyway, I got invited to come and play at the Isleton Crawdad Festival.
Yeah.
I played at the Crawdad Festival. We used to have this place out there called Johnny C's. Do you remember Johnny C's?
I don't.
This is a long time ago. This is almost 30 or 25 years ago. And so Johnny C's was out there, and we ran into this guy's old tour manager for Edgar Winter, who was out there, and he had a t-shirt business, and he was working with Tower Power and some of the other artists of the era. And hey kid, you want the big cigar? Hey kid, I'd like to take you and help you out with your career. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. I'm like 22 years old, and so I essentially I moved in a sense like into this guy's house because he was just booking me all over. What is it? What county is that?
Isleton is San Joaquin County.
Is it?
I think so.
So he's got me all over. So he's got me in Isleton. He's got me in Oakdale and all the surrounding, Modesto and all this stuff. So we're playing all these different venues out there. And he's sending me to Tahoe. And his brother owned the Tahoe Entertainer, which is the newspaper in Lake Tahoe. So he's sending me to Lake Tahoe. And he's sending me to Reno. And he's sending me to LA. So I'm doing all these different things. And it just, that was the industry. That was it. And then I just said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's just
I certainly think that my clients probably appreciate me more than some of the entertainment clients that we had.
I was down in LA. I was working I was meeting with Joe Satriani, John Petrucci, and Phil Collin from Def Leppard. And so I'm at this thing, and I'm just kind of standing in line with everybody else. And this just stunningly beautiful blonde walks up. And, of course, all the guys are gawking and the whole bit. And I'm there for work. I'm just like, it's totally in work mode. And so her and I just kind of just very, how's the weather kind of conversation. And she says, oh, I'm here to get a signature from Joe Satriani for my daughter. And I'm like, oh, that's super cool. That's cool. She goes, yeah, my husband's the drummer for Steve Vai. And so I'm like, that's awesome. So we just end up talking, and she was an entertainment lawyer. And so I found it very interesting that an entertainment lawyer whose husband is the drummer for Steve Vai still has to stand in line to get the signature like everyone else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're at the same group you are.
We're the same thing. So what type of clients are you looking for?
I love my business clients. I like I said, I really feel like I can help the kind of the practitioners practice. And I'm looking for anyone who is at a place in their business where they need some background support. Whether that's kind of employment or just general corporate governance, things like that. That's where I really like to work. I like to be hired before there's a problem.
Yes,
it's usually cheaper for all involved. Yep.
That's where I was going to go.
Cheaper for all involved for one thing, and being able to avoid a problem or stop it before it really gets out of hand.
You got these small businesses that haven't been in this space very long. We see them. We know exactly who we're talking about. We go to these networking events, and somebody's wanting to start this or wanting to start that, and you're carrying conversation. Are they usually pretty attentive when they're talking about what you're doing, and you're like, hey, hold on a minute, before we need to really discuss this or discuss that? Do you even get into that space with them, or?
No, not at a networking event, not too much. And to your point, right? You can kind of tell who's ready to have that conversation. And depending on the event, sometimes that happens more than others.
I'm just in my mind. I'm just thinking of like
yeah.
over the last couple of weeks, how many just really goofy moments have happened, and I'm like, oh my, I can't help. These people.
Yeah. How many people do you talk to that they're, I don't know, starting a catering company and they're so focusing on getting the recipes ready, like they're not ready to talk about,
Oh man, these networking events, they got a catering business, they have an AI business,
right.
they want to start a real estate business, they want to start a clothing line. I'm like, dude, you got to focus.
Right.
You are not Elon Musk, dude. You've got to focus.
Yeah.
And then you get the other guy who's, in an MLM, and he just walks in and thinks like he owns the whole damn town.
The guy. Yes, he's the guy. So somewhere in between those people are kind of the actual business people. But those are the ones who are, really working on getting serious about their business and realizing, I think what's most important is realizing this is truly a business, and I have a lot more responsibilities now than just making the cakes.
I know.
So that's where we come in. We're part
especially
of your team that's helping do the other
especially in
stuff.
your space. If somebody's thinking about starting something that's a consumable product like that, you should honestly, and I'm talking to you, the audience, you should really consider talking to a lawyer, because the moment somebody gets sick, you're screwed.
Yeah, good point with the, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you really need to have, we were talking about a retainer, Keaton and I, you need to have that in place. You need to make sure that all your checks and balances are in place. And then, of course, you need to have somebody in your back pocket that can actually help you establish all of this stuff.
Right. And especially for businesses who are, forming their entities, things like that, we get a lot of people in particular, Keaton gets a lot of people who they're like, no, I formed an LLC. I'm good. I went online and I filled out the one-page thing.
Yeah.
That's not good enough to actually avoid liability.
No,
hiring someone like me
I know.
actually puts those things in place to keep that, your corporate veil.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, well, go get an LLC and it'll protect you because, you don't want to be a sole prop. I'm like, it's the same thing if it's structured the same, dude.
It's the same thing if you're treating it the same way.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's really important. So that's where I come in as, like you said, more of an advisor role.
This guy with this blower, my God, can that thing get any louder?
It is right by our window.
Dude, holy smokes, bro.
He's going to hang out right next to us.
I know he is.
Yes, he is.
He's getting some free airtime.
Yeah.
So, but yes. And so I think this is, again, where the small business needs to come in and talk to you and figure out, is it the LLC? Is it the C Corp? Is it the S Corp? Or, you know what? Just stay sole prop. Yeah. I mean, if you're ready.
Is it a really good liability policy?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just go get insurance. Good insurance.
Lots of it.
Until you get, to a certain amount of money to make that worth it.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Right,
yeah,
right,
seriously. Right. Yeah, and business insurance is like uber cheap. It really is. It's very cheap.
I'll let the insurance guys sell insurance. So
it's cheaper than a lawyer, but
right.
at the same time, it's going to do something completely different.
Yeah.
916-966-2260. Melanie De Marco, BPE Law Group. Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I think the guy shut up with that leaf blower.
I know.
Good
if you need
Lord.
if you need leaf blowing services, we can find you a guy.
Lord, bro.
But other than that, no, I'm happy to be here.
Hey, thank you so
happy to
much.
chat.
Absolutely, thank you so much.
Of course.
916-966-2260. Melanie De Marco, BPE Law Group. Sorry it was so nerve-wracking.
Nah, I got through it. It's always hard to hear my own voice, but we're lawyers at the end of the day. We really do love our own voice. So
no, and this is a tough. This is not an easy space, and so the whole point of doing these is again bringing people in here and breaking them out of their comfort zones. And the only way we grow is when we challenge ourselves. Honestly, that's the only way.
What I'm hearing is someday you're going to be on the other side of this mic, right?
Oh, dude, I have some out there. Go listen.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to.
Holy smokes, they're so bad. I'm like, can you pull those? Can you literally? And they're like, no, we're banking off of your name. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah. love it. Let's see. One more time. Melanie De Marco, BPE Law Group, 916-966-2260. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.